Bonds hits one high. Hits it deep. It is out of here. 7:56. Bonds stands alone.
17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead.
Washington outside left. Roethlisberger has time. Throws to the back of the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown by Holmes.
Minute remaining. And then putting Curry in the pick and roll, trying to get him on Irving. Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up.
It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
We're sending it in, Jerome. That's for damn sure.
Yes. What is up, everybody? Happy New Year. First day of 2023. Welcome to the Taproom Sports Podcast. I am your host, Jordan. Stacks on stacks on stacks. Lads, joined with my guys, Swerving Irvin Washington, Mr. Big Ballin' Ben Larson.
AKA Crazy Bone. I got it up today, so he can't call me Crazy Bone.
Yeah, don't look as much like Crazy Bone today. How we all doing? How we doing tonight?
Doing good. Can't complain. Good day of football. Even though it was a wacky day of football, it was a good day of football.
It was a crazy day of football.
Yep. A lot of interesting things. Fucking Patriots, man. Oh my god.
I owe you guys a shot, so.
Well, the Patriots won. What do you owe us a shot for, Ben?
Wasn't it, didn't I have, Dolphins?
Well, Dolphins covered.
Did they cover?
Let me see. You had, you had Dolphins covering. They covered, dude. They were down 9. New England has the football with like a little over 2 minutes to go. They in field goal range. On 4th and 4, they decided to go for it for God knows what fucking reason. Mac Jones gets sacked out of field goal range. And then the Dolphins, well, it was 4th down, so obviously they couldn't kick a field goal. The Dolphins score a meaningless touchdown with like 20 seconds to go, and Pats only win by 2.
I thought it was at 1.5. Was that 2.5?
Yeah, it was 2.5.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say I'm not gonna take a shot. I'm gonna take a drink, but
Drink a whiskey.
Yep, it's a celebratory drink, so we're drinking the good stuff today.
Yeah, man. Congratulations. Benny's now engaged. What is that?
I'm drinking the Christmas sweatered Blantons. So
Okay. I like it. Is that good stuff?
Oh yeah, Blanton's is a pricey one. So
Top shelf.
Oh yeah. Yep. It's one of those that if you ever see it cheap, you buy it because it's gonna be, 300 plus at a lot of places. So
Okay.
Oh wow. Nice.
I got it for 110, so I will take it.
Very nice. Well, got a good show on deck. First show of 2023. We're going to give out some awards at the end. We got a lot of NFL playoff talk to talk about. Hope everyone had a safe and happy New Year's. Hope everybody enjoyed those college football playoff games. I mean, those were 2 excellent football games last night, man.
Yep.
We were absolutely blessed with some great football because normally in the college football playoff, we've had blowouts in the first round. So it was awesome that we had 2 good games, dude. I was stoked. Cannot wait for the national championship. TCU miraculously is here, man.
Yeah.
It is crazy. I saw someone tweet out that you could have got them like 8,000 to 1 to win the national championship before the year.
Wow.
TCU
8,000 to 1.
Damn. Somebody about to get. If they beat Georgia, somebody getting paid.
Yep.
Or, I'm sorry, not 8,000 to 1. Plus 8,000, so 80 to 1.
That's fine. That's still good money.
Yeah.
You think they got a chance?
Yeah. Dude.
They proved themselves, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Georgia's Irvin talked about it on the college football bowl preview. He said, LSU kind of exposed Georgia's secondary. Like, they were able to throw for like 500 yards against them.
And you see what Ohio State did.
Yeah, and that's why we both liked Ohio State in the game, and we thought they had a chance to win it too.
And I wish USC would have beat Michigan. I think we would. I mean, beat Utah. I think we would have beat Georgia.
Yeah, we definitely would have thrown it all over them. And then, Ohio State probably should have won that game. Marvin Harrison, once he went out, their offense got a little stagnant. However, Georgia does have flaws, and we've seen them now. And
they got a super mid, like black and mild mid quarterback.
Yep. And what does TCU do best? They throw the fucking rock, dude. You know what I mean? So TCU absolutely has a chance.
And I'm gonna be honest, Johnson, I'm gonna give it to him because I had Jordan Addison as my number one wideout.
Yeah,
he's my
good.
number one wide receiver going into the draft. So
yeah,
good luck, Georgia, stopping that Boston.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. We'll be talking about it on Wednesday, or Wednesday we'll be talking about this. Y'all definitely gonna want to tap into that. But let's get into the show, man. What are we sipping on? I know Irv got something.
Irvin will be slipping on some Barrel Brothers Hazy IPA Pineapple Guava.
That's a good one, man.
The one where we made a smoothie beer, so 7% alcohol. Crack this bad boy open.
I love those too because they don't have lactose in it, so I can actually drink it. But it's a fruited smoothie.
Y'all won't be seeing the face I made last Sunday. So cheers to my boy Ben getting engaged.
Thank you, sir.
We got to see what it is. All right, what's your thoughts?
Damn, that's good,
isn't it?
Nice.
I could probably down this whole damn thing by itself.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Love to see it. Love to see it.
Jordan, what do you got?
I am sipping on this is from Pure Project, brewed in San Diego, California. This is a Pacific Prost Kolsch style ale. Looked really good. 5%. Decided I'm gonna go light tonight because I went really hard last night.
You was on that Hennessy last night, huh?
Nah, dude, but I don't really like champagne, dude. But New Year's comes around, you drink a little champagne, and after drinking beer during the games and then having champagne, not a good mix.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no. What you have, some Moet?
I don't even know. It was some cheap ass kind, dude.
Oh, okay.
Some like $8 bottle.
Moet Nectar, Moet Brut, Moet Rosé. Some good ass champagne right there, boy.
See, I'm not a champagne guy, dude. I hate champagne. It just gives me a headache usually.
Yep.
It's terrible. What are you sipping on, Ben? What do you got?
So I am first beer of the night. I'm gonna go with Mother Earth's Nitro Cali Creamin'. Irv, I think you definitely like this one as well. It tastes like a cream soda, and it's a quality beer. So somebody I was on Instagram, somebody mentioned the regular one, and then I was looking at my fridge. I'm like, oh shit, I have a nitro. I'm doing this. It wasn't the one I was planning on doing tonight, but
hell yeah, I
saw it and had to do it. So
what percentage is it?
This is 7%, I think. 5%.
5%. So nice light one.
Light.
Hell yeah.
Super light. I highly suggest this if you guys have you can get it. It's from Mother Earth Brewing Company.
Nice. So, where are they based out of?
They have two breweries, one in Nampa, Idaho, and then one in Vista, California.
Okay.
So, this one's out of Sonoma County.
Yeah, Barrel Brothers out of Sonoma.
Yeah.
That's close to y'all?
Close to Ben.
Yeah, it's about 45 minutes.
Okay. And man, let's keep everybody in the Bay in our prayers. There's some massive flooding going on in the Bay Area.
Oh, dude, I was driving today and saw an underpass under a train line, and like literally two cars are fully submerged underneath. All you can see is the top of one, and then the hatch of an SUV like open. So I'm guessing that they had to go out of the back of the hatch.
The 99 in Sacramento is damn near completely underwater.
Yep.
Damn, that's
we were
crazy.
driving to dinner last night and had 3 of the 4 lanes closed on the freeway because of flooding.
Wow.
Which is crazy right now. We haven't gotten a storm like this in a decade. Yeah.
Need the water though.
Exactly. I'll take it.
So it is what it is, unfortunately. All right, man. Let's on another happier note, lighter note. Let's talk some football, man. So we had a lot of games with playoff implications today. Obviously the biggest one was Giants winning their in. And then the Packers keep their season alive with a win. But not only that, they knock out the Commanders with a win too. If the Commanders lost. Well, Ron Rivera starts Carson Wentz, and he was absolutely fucking abysmal. He was terrible. A reporter asked Ron Rivera after the game, his thought process behind it, and if Carson Wentz was going to be the starter going forward. Ron Rivera had no idea that if the Packers won, his team would be eliminated from the playoffs if they lost.
Yeah, so that's why as an owner, I would call him tonight, and his code wouldn't work tomorrow.
Yeah, that is atrocious. Carson Wentz today, 16 of 28, 143 yards, 3 interceptions, and I mean they just couldn't get anything going. And Cleveland wasn't even that good. Deshaun Watson wasn't good on the other side.
He looked horrible. Yeah.
So it's like that's a game that you have to win to keep your playoff hopes alive, and you start Carson Wentz, dude. Like,
I mean, I can only see them starting Carson Wentz because of the salary implications there. Because you're paying him so much money, and, for your execs to say, like, oh, we spent all this money on Carson Wentz, we need to have him playing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that actually comes from the coach or if that comes from the exec saying, Wentz has to play.
No, I think Ron Rivera has say over his roster.
He has say over all personnel, and I think he has say over draft picks too. Because remember, it was real super. They first round pick this year. He wanted someone else. He didn't want Dotson. The owner had to actually overrule him. The GM sided with the owner, and they took Dotson, but he wanted somebody else.
Interesting. I'm not sure that's a good thing, though, to be honest.
It's really not. Head coaches should coach, and GM should build a team.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I agree with you, Irv, in the sense that he should be let go for sure. He's not a good head coach, in my opinion. He only has like 2 winning seasons in his career as a head coach. With all the things going on,
good defensive coordinator though.
Yeah, that's true. And with all the things going on with the Commanders, I don't know if he'll lose his job. Because there's a lot going on.
I get it, but look, the Broncos fired Fangio in the middle of a sale, so I think the best thing for them to do is just clean house.
Yeah, start from scratch.
Start from scratch. If you wasn't drafted by us, you gotta fill the team with vets. So I'll say do that to be competitive next year. But until they get a new owner and a better picture of how the future is gonna look, I would just start shedding salaries and all that now. Like Carson Wentz, his career is over. I don't even see him being a backup for nobody no more because dude just don't got it no more. Like he couldn't even play. The coach didn't keep him, and we see how bad their QB situation been this year. So that just goes to show how bad Carson Wentz has fell off. I'll say you ride with Heineke, see what you got in the young guy and the dude from North Carolina. I can't think of his name. I was high on him coming out, but I can't think of what's his name.
Sam Howell.
Yeah, Sam Howell. Yeah. See what you got with Howell next year if Heineke don't work out, and then you just start building from there. Because these quarterback classes, I say for the next 2-3 years, are going to be pretty damn good. So,
yeah. I was thinking, because part of the reason when that reporter was talking to Ron Rivera, he was asking him, like, is Sam Howell going to get an opportunity next week? Because if the Vikings lose, you're out of the playoffs. And that's when Ron Rivera was like, hold on, what? We're out of the playoffs if the Vikings lose today? So it's like, maybe now Sam Howell does get an opportunity and they can see what they got from him. It would be unfortunate if he comes out slinging it and doing really well because it's like, dude, why is this dude sitting on your bench?
And it's crazy too because he hasn't been hurt. He's just been a healthy scratch for I think most of the year.
Yep, pretty much all season, man. So That's so the commies were eliminated, and then obviously the Packers keep their season alive with a dominant win over their division rival Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings now have a worse point differential on the season than the Oakland or the Las Vegas Raiders, and they have 12 wins. So
yeah, that just means that I will be shocked if they win their first playoff game.
yeah, absolutely shocked. They had a chance if the Vikings won today, they had a chance at the number 1 seed. They absolutely have zero shot at the 1 seed now. So next week they're probably just gonna rest guys.
Yeah, they're gonna rest guys. This makes no sense for them to risk anybody getting hurt, knowing that they're gonna have a home playoff game regardless of the outcome. So
Yep, and then the Packers basically control their own destiny now in the playoffs. Where is it? I had it pulled up. I think they just have to win and they're in.
Yeah, they win, they're in, and I think they play the Vikings.
No, they play. I think they play the Lions.
No, I'm saying if they win, if they go to the playoffs, I think they play the Vikings.
They would, as of right now, if they were to be the 7 seed, they would play the Niners.
Okay. Woo.
Yeah, because the Niners overtook Minnesota today as the number 2 seed. So, the Giants would face Minnesota. Technically, Seattle's in the 7th spot right now, but Green Bay plays. They play Detroit, I believe, on next week, right? Yeah, they play Detroit. So winner of that game is in the playoffs, even if Seattle wins. So those 3 teams are fighting for the last spot: Seattle, Detroit, Green Bay. Seattle needs to win. They need Detroit to win, and they need to win for them to be in the playoffs. If Green Bay wins, they're in. So the Niners and Vikings basically have nothing to play for next week in the NFC. But how about the Giants, man, getting into the playoffs? You know,
I didn't see that happening at all. I'm shocked. It just goes to show that Brian Daboll should be coach of the year.
Agreed.
Probably unanimously, because that dude is a hell of a coach. And it just goes to show that every team that had an opening that didn't interview him, just how bad you fucked up. Because if he was the coach of the Broncos, I guarantee we in the playoffs.
Yep. I also, more on the coach of the year thing, like I thought Nick Sirianni was gonna win like hands down until these last couple of weeks, because now that he's had a couple losses and injuries are kind of stacking up for them, like they've been relatively healthy all season, right? And now they're actually getting banged up, and they haven't won their last 2 games, and like you could say like, oh well, we haven't been healthy. Well, a lot of these teams haven't been healthy all year, and they're finding ways to win, right? So I agree with you, dude. I think Brian Daboll should absolutely win Coach of the Year. I think he has nobody expected the Giants to be in the playoffs in the beginning of the year.
I didn't even expect them to match the over under. And I think the over under was what, 6 or 7?
I think it was 5.5, dude.
5.5. Yeah,
they're at 6.5.
It was 6.5. Yeah. Still, man, just a remarkable job. And Daniel Jones actually looks fucking competent.
Yeah, he just played himself into a job. He's going to be somebody's starter or backup next year for sure.
A report came out today saying that the Giants are going to extend him.
Well, that means Dabo thinks he could do something with him.
Yeah, I mean, get him some weapons. Who knows, dude? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because he's doing a lot of this with just Saquon at running back and 2 pretty decent tight ends. But they could definitely. Imagine if they get what's the name from TCU?
Johnson. Yeah, I don't. They're not going to be drafting high enough though.
No, he might slip some because everybody. He might go top 10.
He's basically everyone's wide receiver 1 on their draft board.
Who in the top 10 needs a wide receiver that bad?
The Bears.
Damn, yeah. But do you think the Bears will take him number 1 or number 2 overall?
Well, that's why, no. The Bears are talking about trading for Hopkins or Devontae Adams, and it's like, well, I mean, you got 2 first-round picks. Like, why would you trade for a guy like that when you have 2 first rounders, dude. You know, use one of them unless you really don't like the wide receivers in the class. You know what I mean?
What about trading one for that top level QB and then, top level wide receiver, and then, using the other one for a young wide receiver? Someone to take over, that Mac position from 3-4 years ago.
Well, remember they traded a 2nd-round pick for Chase Claypool, so they have Chase Claypool, right? But Chase Claypool's more of like a slot receiver,
yeah,
like a number 2, number 3 guy.
But if it all works out, don't they got the number 1 or number 2 pick right now? They got the number 2.
They got
pick,
number
right?
2 because Houston's number 1.
Yeah, so if they don't trade back, they should take Will Anderson.
Yeah, I think the Bears have so many holes that it's like you got to take the best player available. It's like there's no point in pigeonholing yourself to a position and overdrafting a guy when you can just get the best talent. And you could definitely use a Will Anderson. You could definitely use a Jalen Carter. You could definitely use like all those guys. You know what I mean? Offensive line, they need so much help. It's crazy. Yeah. Ben, we were talking about the playoff scenarios in the NFC. Basically, if the Detroit Lions win and Seattle wins, Seattle goes to the playoffs. If Detroit wins, Seattle loses, Detroit goes to the playoffs. If Green Bay wins, nothing else matters. They're in the postseason.
Okay. And who's Seattle playing next week?
Seattle plays.
Sorry, I got next week's schedule up.
The Rams.
That's gonna be a tough one. They on the road or they at home?
They are at home.
Yep.
Then I don't know. Baker been looking pretty decent, so
until today.
Yeah. So it's not gonna be easy.
Detroit game is gonna be a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Green Bay Detroit game has like the most implications because if Green Bay wins, then they're in.
Damn, that should have been Sunday night, honestly.
What did they flex to Sunday night this week?
Well, we don't have the times yet. That could be the Sunday night game, though. Honestly,
I thought they were. I think they're gonna flex the Jags Titans to Sunday night.
That could be it too, because right now they're both at 1. Well, they don't know. I don't know yet. It just said to be determined, so we'll see.
Because they'll definitely play the Seattle Rams game and the Packers Lions game at the same exact time. That way, both those games, you know.
Next week you got the 2-13-1 Texas versus 4-11-1 Colts.
Oh, it's gonna be a barn burner right there, dude. Al Michaels was so stoked on Thursday night that fucking season was over. You could just see it in his face, dude. He was just like, fuck, dude, thank God this shit's over, dude. He was not having it this year.
Yeah, I think this year is some of the worst primetime games we ever seen.
Oh, the Thursday night games. I mean, 90% of them have been fucking atrocious, dude.
Horrible.
Unwatchable football. All right, so who do you guys think is going to get in the NFC? Seattle, Detroit, or Green Bay?
I'm going to Green Bay.
So if Seattle wins, it doesn't matter. They're in?
No, if Green Bay wins, it doesn't matter. Seattle needs Detroit to win, and they need to win.
Well then,
actually, Jordan, the Titans and Jaguars are on Saturday, 5:15.
Oh, they're on Saturday?
Yep, and right now they got the Jags by a touchdown, -7.
I see it listed on Sunday.
Well, they were
see Kansas City, Vegas on Saturday.
They were saying they were gonna flex a bunch of games around.
Wow, can you change that Sunday to Saturday though? Damn, huh?
Yep,
that's weird. For ticket holders, I didn't think you could move a game from Sunday to Saturday, but I'll go with probably Green Bay, since it's the easiest way for them to get in is just to beat Detroit.
They're also the hottest team right now for sure.
Yeah.
Defense is playing lights out, and
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers is starting to look like Aaron Rodgers. So when he starts looking like Aaron Rodgers, he's a back-to-back MVP. So I'll put my money.
And then beat Green Bay, San Francisco.
Yep.
Well, they can't beat y'all the playoffs, so we know they going home first round.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there is still a scenario in which the Niners could be the 3 seed.
There's also a scenario where we get number 1 if Philly loses next week. So
I think Philly is resting everybody next week. They play the Giants.
Well, they're banged up right now too. The Giants are going to rest everyone too because they
they're already in the playoffs and they can't improve their seeding. So
all right, let's move over to the AFC real quick because there's a lot going on in the AFC. So we still have the number 1 seed, which is up for grabs, and Monday night's game is going to have big implications on that. Cincinnati versus Buffalo, which we're going to talk about later. Jacksonville and Tennessee, as Irv just alluded to, they play on Saturday. Winner of that game wins the AFC South and will be heading to the playoffs. Baltimore has clinched a playoff berth. The Chargers have clinched a playoff berth. And then we have the 7 seed. We have a few scenarios. So we have Pittsburgh, Miami, and New England all alive for that last playoff spot. New England is ahead of Miami based on division record. Jets and Tennessee are ahead of Cleveland based on conference record. I don't know why Cleveland's fucking eliminated. So basically, New England has to win. They control their own destiny. They win, they're in. Doesn't matter. Miami has to beat the Jets, and then they need a New England loss and a Pittsburgh loss.
What about this whole Jacksonville, Tennessee thing?
I think Jacksonville is a better team.
Yeah, man, they're healthier. They're playing better. Malik Willis is not beating Jags. I'll be shocked. They would have to have a meltdown like they did last year versus the Colts.
Yeah, and neither one of those teams, if they don't win their division, the South, then they're not going to get in the playoffs.
Yeah,
because New England and Miami are both hold a tiebreaker over both those teams.
Okay, gotcha.
So Pittsburgh's at 8-8, Miami's at 8-8, New England's at 8-8. New England controls their own destiny. They just have to win, and they're in. And then Pittsburgh, they need to win next week and have Miami and New England lose. And Miami just needs New England to lose and for them to win, and they would be in.
Yeah, New England's got Buffalo, and Buffalo needs to win that to keep number 1 seed. And then Miami plays the Jets,
who are eliminated.
Yep. And then Pittsburgh plays Cleveland, who are eliminated.
Pittsburgh plays who?
Cleveland.
Yeah, honestly, Pittsburgh's playing hella good ball right now on both sides. Pickett looking pretty good. I definitely think they're going to take care of business against Cleveland. But I also think Miami's going to beat the Jets in Miami.
Yeah, and because they hold that tiebreaker over Pittsburgh,
I
think they get that final position.
And depending on how motivated Buffalo is, like depending on what happens, because if they lose to Cincinnati, then basically like they have nothing to play for next week. If they lose on Monday night, they have nothing to play for. So if they lose on Monday, then who knows? They'll probably rest guys against New England, giving New England a better chance.
But Buffalo and Cincinnati are going to be fighting for that 2 and 3 seed next week.
Yeah, but if you don't get the 1 seed, I'm not sure 2 and 3 are really that important.
Because you don't get a bye no more. So
but you're either playing that number 7 or you're going to be playing Baltimore or the Chargers.
Well, Baltimore with no Lamar Jackson, you don't have to really worry about them.
That's true.
Yep. They've looked mid.
And I don't think he's going to play no more this season, honestly.
Yeah. And no reason to risk it, getting hurt any further. So who do you guys think is going to make the playoffs here?
I think it all depends on if the Bills lose tomorrow. If they lose tomorrow, give me New England.
Damn, dude, fuck New England.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Miami here. I think even if the Bills lose and the Bills sit players, they can still beat New England.
That's true because Mac Jones is not that good of a quarterback.
No, he's terrible, dude. New England's
So
on
I'm
my
gonna give it to
fucking
Miami.
shit list right now, dude. They can fucking kiss my ass. Fucking dickheads.
And I also think Jacksonville's going to take it over Tennessee.
Yeah,
Which I'd love to see.
yeah. I think Jacksonville is the only thing is like I hate counting out Vrabel.
Yeah. I won't count out Vrabel, but it's not looking too good because I'm gonna be honest, man. Malik Willis is like he's being forced into action. I don't think he's ready yet.
Nope. And Joshua Dobbs, I mean, he looked decent, but he didn't look great against Dallas. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I definitely think Jacksonville is a better team in that. They probably should win that game for sure and win the division. One thing I wanted to ask you guys is, Thursday night game was Dallas and Tennessee, and Tennessee was resting everybody, and Dallas kind of like struggled in that game a little bit.
Yeah.
I was, I didn't bet the game. Like I wasn't gonna bet a side at all because it's just there was too much unknowns going on with there. I mean, Joshua Dobbs only been practicing with the team for 8 days, dude. And they were moving the ball decently, you know what I mean? Like, Dallas's defense, it's not like they were just totally shutting them down. Do you think that this is now like 4 weeks in a row where Dallas's defense has not looked great, dude? Do we have concerns about the Cowboys?
I would definitely have concerns about them.
As this is just going to be another one and done, postseason for them. I guess they won one last game to get to the Niners, but to lose to the Niners, but I don't see them going deep here.
Yeah, I mean, for a majority of the season, they had like the number one defense, and it wasn't even close. Like their defense was carrying them, and then now they're giving up, like they gave up 550 yards to the Eagles with Gardner Minshew at quarterback.
Yeah,
sheesh.
You know what I mean? And like, then they gave up 232 pass yards to Joshua Dobbs. If Dobbs probably had another week of practice, they might win that game. Dak keeps turning the ball over. He's tied for the lead in interceptions, and the guy missed 3 games.
Yeah, and is this just a playing down to the teams that they're playing? Because
there also wouldn't be a week in and week out thing like it's been.
Yeah, but they haven't been playing that great of teams recently.
That's even worse, dude, because then you're not prepared to play the good teams. I don't know. Like, anything could change on a week-to-week basis, but it does concern me a little bit that Dallas definitely looks like a flawed team.
Yeah.
I thought they were one of the better teams. I was telling Irv the other day, I was like, man, the Bucs are going to fucking find a way to beat them. And we're going to fucking be sitting here watching fucking Brady in the fucking postseason again, dog, with that shitty-ass Bucs team, dude.
So hypothetically, if the Eagles lose and next week and the Cowboys win, they'd both be 13-4. They're 1-1 against each other. Then it goes to
the Eagles have the better division record, though.
Division record 3-2. No, Dallas. Division record: Eagles are 3-2. Dallas is 4-1 in the division.
Oh.
So does that mean Dallas would take that top seed?
Oh, what about the Niners?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, just for the division.
Oh no! If Eagles have a better division record, then they'll win.
Yeah.
No, but they don't. Eagles are 3-2 in the division. Cowboys are 4-1.
Yeah, no, the Cowboys can still win the division.
Then the Cowboys will win the division. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yep.
Damn.
Eagles had such a great start, and now they're getting banged up at the wrong time.
Yeah. And then if the Niners win next week, that would put them in the number 1 seed, Cowboys in the number 2 seed. Eagles would drop down to 5.
Man, that would be
That
awful.
would put Eagles versus Tampa Bay. And then it would put Dallas versus that number 17. So Dallas Green Bay. Be a hell of a game.
Damn.
Dallas
Rodgers
would win.
owns them. Rodgers owns them in the postseason too.
Yeah. That's crazy. So basically the NFC, a lot of scenarios up for grabs still.
Yeah.
The AFC got a clear picture, but the NFC, it's a lot of moving and shaking that could still happen after week 18.
Yeah, we could literally, like, imagine if Philly falls to number 5.
Yeah.
And right now, I think they're a 13-point down. They're a 14-point favorite versus the Giants.
Yeah, because the Giants are going to rest everybody.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
What's the line on Dallas and Washington?
6. Dallas is -6, and Washington is +6.
Man, if Sam Howell plays, I'm gonna play Washington.
Yeah, Washington is plus 205 on the money line, and Dallas is minus a deuce and a quota 250.
Damn. What's the line on Green Bay, Detroit?
Green Bay, Detroit, they got Packers minus 4.5 and Detroit plus 4.5. Now with Detroit, you got to factor in these defensive injuries. Brockers is out, Deshaun Elliott is out, and Austin Bryant, and that's 3 starters. So hopefully they could get healthy for next week.
Yeah, 4.5's a lot though.
I know, and I think, well, Green Bay's at home.
I thought it'd be like 3.5.
It might get bet down to 3.5. It just opened up. It opened up at 4.5.
What's the line on Seattle Rams?
Seattle Rams is, I think, 6.5. Let me see.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Seattle at home.
Yeah, Seattle at home. Seattle is minus 6.5. Rams are plus 6.5. Over under is 41.5.
Kind of like that over.
Yeah, I think it goes over for sure.
Seattle's defense, man, they're not very good. Although they did play very well today. Mike White, not the answer.
Yeah. The Jets got it. I think Derek Carr might be a Jet next year.
Yeah. Jimmy G or Derek Carr?
Mm-hmm.
Who would you take, Jimmy G or Derek Carr?
For that offense, that OC does like pushing the ball downfield, and that's what Carr can do. I can't believe I'm saying this, but give me Derek Carr because Jimmy G refuses to throw the ball downfield. If there was a Mr. Checkdown, aka Alex Smith in NFL, it would be Jimmy G.
Nah, dude, they already got one. It's Teddy Bridgewater.
No, but I'm saying Jimmy G is the same. He's just Teddy Bridgewater's black and can't run, and Jimmy G is white.
What do you think the Salah connection with Jimmy G though?
Yeah, that could be inside track.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the reason why I was thinking that. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens because Jarrett Stidham. I mean, let's talk about the Raiders, the Niners Raiders game. I mean, dude,
fool's gold. But if the Raiders want to buy into Jarrett Stidham, go ahead.
Dude, he got rocked today. He got absolutely shit beat out of him.
Dude,
yeah, that O-line is terrible.
Derek Carr plays that game, dude. The Raiders lose by 30.
Probably like 41-7 if Derek Carr was a quarterback.
Yep, because once he gets hit once, dude, that dude just fucking shrivels up, bro.
And the saddest thing about the Raiders is Colton Miller is their best offensive lineman, and he got dominated today.
Well, Bosa dominates pretty much everybody.
I didn't think Bosa had that.
Well, especially when you block them one-on-one like the Raiders try to do. So I'll give them props for doing that.
It's crazy, though, because both those dudes are MAGA brothers. Surprised Bosa wanted to do him dirty like that.
Didn't Bosa only have one tackle today?
Yeah, but he had a ton of pressures.
But he called the game into play. He literally took Coach Miller and like picked him up and pushed him back into Stidham and caused the interception.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not even 5 hits, no tackles.
But he had a lot of pressures and then like Irv said,
in the backfield.
Yeah, that last play. I mean, that was the reason why.
Yeah.
But do you think that because we talked about it a little bit on Wednesday about the Raiders moving forward. I mean, I don't see any reason why they can't move forward with Stidham.
They should stick with Stidham. He knows the offense. He's going to have better talent around him than he did in New England.
Yep.
If they bring back Waller, because there's all reports out there that they're going to get rid of Waller. So we'll see. I know teams going to be calling and seeing the availability of Devontae too, because only reason why Tay's there is because Carr is there, but it's looking like Carr is not going to be a Las Vegas Raider anymore. So
that ship has sailed, bro. He's gone.
Too bad he made that quote a couple years back that he wants to die a Raider, and if he's not a Raider, he don't want to play football no more. So that's about to get put to the test.
Yeah, when he does have a no trade clause, so it's good.
That dude is a cornball, but it don't matter if you have a no trade clause. If they can't find a trade partner, they're gonna cut him.
Yep. So we'll see what happens. I mean, obviously, a no trade clause it doesn't necessarily mean like he doesn't want to be traded. It just means that he gets to kind of choose his destination.
Where he wants to go, yeah.
So
not just gonna trade him to the Texans or the Panthers without his approval.
Panthers, dude, that actually might be a place where he gets traded to.
That could be it too, unless they take a QB. But I'm about 95% sure they either taking Will Levis or CJ Stroud in the first round, depending on who's available.
I thought CJ Stroud did his draft stock a ton of favor on Saturday night. I
don't see him getting outside the top. He shouldn't get outside the top 5. Somebody should trade up and get him, but he's definitely not getting past Carolina at number 8, in my opinion.
I think he may be QB1 when it's all said and done.
Yeah, with a game like that, the stage, that defense, that heralded defense that nobody thought could be picked apart like that, and he finally did what he was doing all throughout high school and all throughout Pop Warner, is using his legs, because he's a way more than capable athlete.
Yep. And I think once he goes, I mean, he probably won't do anything at the combine, but at his pro day, when his speed gets clocked, and
he's a competitor though, so he might throw at the combine.
Yeah, but a lot of these guys, dude, it doesn't benefit them. It only hurts them.
It doesn't, because they throwing the wide receivers they never thrown to before. But that's when the competitive juices kick in. So we'll see.
Yep. He should be QB1 though.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like.
I like Bryce, but Bryce is I don't know how his game's gonna
change. Yeah, his I'm sorry, but it shouldn't be a knock against him, but his height and his build is gonna not get him drafted where he should be drafted, because the Texans have a choice, either CJ Stroud or Bryce Young.
Yep.
Most mock drafts, I'll say about 80% of the mock drafts I see have Bryce going number 1 to the Texans.
Yeah, but I think a lot of that, because we've talked about it before, Bryce is kind of shriveled up in big games, but I mean, he came to play on Saturday. He showed a lot of people.
The Texans, he won't be in many big games. So,
and the Texans have a lot of draft capital, man. And
I think if they hire the right coach, I think they got to get rid of their GM though, man.
Do you think Mills is done?
Yeah, because they came out and said they would like to see more from the QB position, or they wanted to see more. And when they say that, you're done. Plus, the coach they're gonna hire is not gonna be tied to him.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, that never works out. So I think Davis Mills probably could be the backup, or they could try to find a trade partner for him too. Because the only thing, the good thing that saved them about Mills, I think he's a 3rd or 4th round draft pick.
Yep.
Well, it's not gonna hurt them to cut him at all. So
plus
keep him around if they want to.
Yeah. Plus, he could be a career backup. I mean, I thought they gave him the opportunity this year to be the starter, to show what he had. And obviously, he doesn't have a lot of talent around him, but I mean, like, he didn't do himself any favors. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't play very well at all.
He didn't.
I mean, they won 2 games. What are you talking about?
Yep. Good old Stanford quarterbacks there, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. What other NFL topics caught your guys' eye this weekend?
Brady's
No.
getting old.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If the Panthers had their starting cornerbacks, they win that game going away.
Yeah, that was bad, dude. That was
Tom Brady's getting old, but he threw for 432 yards today.
yeah against dude. The Panthers just signed
Oh,
Josh
yeah.
Norman, dude. The
They
dude
signed
was
both of
fucking a
those dudes off the
barista a week
street.
ago.
Yep.
They were literally talking about on the broadcast. They're like, "Oh yeah, we could go." Josh Norman is working at his cafe in Atlanta.
Yep.
And today he's fucking starting at cornerback, dude.
Starting at quarterback for the Panthers. That's crazy.
And the Panthers still had a chance to win that game too.
That's crazy. Yep, because it was up 21-10 in the third, or was the late third or early fourth quarter.
Yep. And then fucking Brady just kept Mike Evans just demolished that secondary, dude. They had no fucking chance.
But honestly, I think the Bucks are gonna be one and done, depending on who they play. If they play anybody besides the Cowboys, they have no shot at winning. You know, the only reason why I would give them a shot at beating the Cowboys because we know the Cowboys choke in the playoffs.
Yep, Dak's gonna throw the ball to him fucking 6 times, dude. They'll find a way to win.
Jordan, did you watch the Arizona Atlanta game today?
Like parts of it, dude.
How'd Ritter look?
I mean, Ritter's look.
He actually hasn't looked bad.
Yeah, he's looked pretty good.
He needs his weapons. He got no Pitts.
Yep.
I don't know why they're not playing Drake London way more than what they're playing them. And their top 2 rushers are out too. So I don't think you're gonna get a full diagnosis of him until they're healthy next year and they give him the keys.
Yeah, but I mean he's looked decent, dude. And you know, the Cardinals are a fucking joke.
Yeah.
But I'm impressed that the Cardinals are playing hard and Trey McBride looks really fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
That kid's nice. They might have found a diamond in the rough there, even though they drafted him in the second round. I guess it's not really a diamond.
Who he went to? Is he from Michigan State? No,
Colorado State.
Oh, Colorado State. Okay.
Yeah, but he's dope. It pains me that they signed Carson Strong to the practice squad and they're going with David Blau at quarterback, dude.
Crazy. I have no idea.
Like, dude, I guarantee Carson Strong is a better quarterback than David Blau. But at the same time, like, Cliff knows he's gonna get fired. I mean,
yeah, so he's not trying to make. He's probably trying to take Carson Strong back to college with him, see if he got any eligibility left.
That would be good for him, man. Anything else, NFL?
I would say look forward to we're gonna start looking forward to these coaching positions.
Oh yes. So who do we think is getting fired?
Cliff Kingsbury.
Yep.
The Panthers are definitely not gonna keep Wilkes as their head coach.
Dude, I think they are.
They are?
I think so, man. They've looked that team.
They have looked a lot better.
Yeah, and they were saying on the broadcast today that the team has like really been rallying around him.
Oh yeah, and then if he got the locker room, then they're not getting rid of him.
Well, we said that about the Raiders too last year, and Basaccia, and they got rid of him.
You see what that made. But the thing with him though is they got rid of their GM too. So when that happened, you kind of knew that he wasn't gonna be back as coach.
That's true.
Let's see. We know Vrabel ain't getting fired.
Nope. Houston, Lovie Smith.
Yeah, Lovie Smith is gone. I think he gets fired.
Yeah, he was a lame duck coach.
Who else could get fired? Damn, might not be as much open as we thought, right? Because we know McVay not.
Saturday's gone.
Saturday's definitely ain't coming back.
Stefanski?
Stefanski might get another year, but I wouldn't be surprised if they show him his walking papers. We know McVay's not getting fired. Denver already fired Hackett. The Bears coach. The Bears probably ain't gonna fire their coach.
Nah, Eberflus is definitely not getting fired.
Yeah, he's not getting fired.
Because he was him and Pace were hired together, similar to like John Lynch and Shanahan and Ziegler and McDaniels.
Well, that's it, really.
I think Stefanski's got to get fired, dude.
Yeah, I think Stefanski might get fired. The Lions definitely not firing Campbell after winning six out of 7.
What about
Mike Smith gonna get another year. I think the Falcons already came out and said he gonna get another year.
Yeah, I thought Arthur Smith did a. I mean, he did
Yeah, he
better
did a good
than
job.
expected.
Nobody saw the Panthers winning as many games. I thought they was winning like 3 games.
What about Dennis Allen?
They should fire him, but you can't. They have no QB, so can you really hold that against them?
Yeah, I always the way. I mean, obviously, I'm not an NFL GM, but the way I always think about it is like, if I know that I can get a better coach, then that's when I would go with firing somebody. But if that better coach isn't available, like I'm not gonna fire a guy to hire someone that's the same or worse. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like when I think about Stefanski, like I think Stefanski is a brilliant guy. I just think he overthinks a lot.
Yeah,
way too often.
Head coach material.
Yeah, I think he's more of like an offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Where's Stefanski?
Cleveland.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but I think they'll probably keep him around one more year because they didn't have Deshaun for the first 11 weeks.
Yeah, but I mean they've underperformed like the last 2 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Great.
That's when you underperform, that's when you lose your job.
Yeah.
True.
But I could see him staying. Who knows?
So basically, it's gonna be one. So Cardinals, Saints, Texans, Colts, maybe the Browns, and
maybe Washington.
Maybe Washington.
maybe
They gotta
Washington.
fire. They gotta fire Rivera. He's horrible. So
Especially
maybe
after that shit today, dude.
Yeah.
So maybe 6 to 8 new head coaches, including whoever Denver hires, because they already fired their head coach.
Yep. Will be interesting. Will be interesting to see who these teams get. We'll be talking about it throughout the off season. But we're gonna take a break real quick. We're gonna hop back in here, and then we're gonna discuss Monday Night Football, break it down, get some picks, and then we're gonna give out some awards.
There we go.
So we'll be right back. Stay locked in with us. Be back in 1 minute. Right, we are back. Thank y'all for staying locked with us On to beer number 2.
Beer number 2. And I don't think we said it earlier. Make sure to go to Devour.
Oh yeah, we did.
Promo code Taproom. Get $10 off your first purchase of $25 more. You can get that Trends beer on Devour. They're on there
when they have it.
When they have it, yeah, absolutely. I believe Bear Bottle, this brewery that I'm drinking for beer number 2, is also on there every once in a while. So make sure to go to Devour.com, use promo code Taproom, get $10 off your first purchase at $25 or more.
Yeah.
So what's your beer number 2?
I'm drinking an Equilibrium. This is a beer that actually a lot of people recommended. This is the South Street Pils. It's a foraged aged Pilsner, 5.5%. Very much looking forward to this one because I love Pilsners, and everybody's been telling me at Tenaya, they're like, dude, you gotta try this one. So finally they had it in stock, and I was like, all right, cool, I gotta try it. So
However, since you aren't a big aren't a big hops fan, I think you would like Pilsners.
Okay, cool.
It's like Stella Artois.
Yeah,
I'll be trying that next.
But that IPA you liked earlier,
yeah, this shit was good.
Oh yeah, that's all. It's a fruit smoothie. It's an IPA smoothie.
He said, "Oh yeah, this shit good.
Shit's hell again."
What are you sipping on, Ben?
So I'm going with the San Francisco brewery. I've had this on the podcast a couple times before, but Bear Bottle. This is Bessie by the Bay. So this is a West Coast IPA coming in at 7.2%. And again, I absolutely love this because on the can they put every single ingredient that's in there and how much they put in to the batch, what grains, what hops, the type of water that they use. Like, it's
What kind of water are they using?
So it is a water and yeast fermentation South Ale US 05, target mash pH at 5.02, mash efficiency 72%, mash temperature 149 degrees, fermentation temperature 76 degrees.
Well, Barrel Brothers, I'm kind of jealous. Step your game up. I want to know my ingredients too.
There we go.
Facts.
Shit's crazy.
Yep. All right. Monday Night Football, gentlemen. Big game. This might be the best Monday night game of the year.
Yeah, this might be the game of the year.
We got the Buffalo Bills heading into Cincinnati to face the Bengals. Right now, Buffalo is lane 1. The total is 50. On the money line, Buffalo minus 115, Cincinnati minus 102. What do you guys think about this game?
12-3 against the spread.
Yep.
Oof.
I think I got to ride with my boy. What they call him? Sleepy Joe. No, don't call him Sleepy Joe. What's his nickname? Gotta look it up. I'll call him Macaulay Culkin because that's who he look like.
He does look like Macaulay Culkin. He definitely does.
Yeah, he does. What do you think, Ben?
I mean, I think this one, point, spread here is right on line. I think because the Bengals are, hot right now. I mean, I guess both teams have won their last 5, but it seems like the Bengals are trending more in the right direction than where the Bills are. Bills are winning.
Keep in mind, Lionel Collins out, starting left tackle.
Yeah. Oof.
But the Bills don't have Von Miller too, so that kind of evens itself out.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Cincinnati on this one at +1.
Joe Cool, aka Joe Shiesty.
Joe Shiesty, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm going against both of you guys. I like the Bills -1 here. I just think this line is I thought it would be like -2.5. I think at -1 we got some good value. I think the Bills are the best team in the league.
When the Bills play well, I think they're the best team in the league. They haven't shown me that over the last 5 weeks.
And the one he doesn't like is Joe Franchise.
Okay. I agree, Jordan. I think the Bills are the best team in the league when they play well, but they haven't showed me that they play well.
I mean,
I love that over.
they beat the shit out of the Bears last week.
Who doesn't beat the shit out of the Bears? The fucking
Hey, the Bears were like a covering machine until like 2 weeks ago.
Detroit beat them by 31 points today.
You know,
Who doesn't beat the shit out of the Bears?
They beat Miami in that snowstorm. They took care of the Jets. Beat down New England on that Thursday night game. And they've been battling injuries, you know, for a much big part of the season. Now they're starting to get healthy a little bit. They've won six in a row. Man, I think the Bills are starting to get right at the right time.
I mean, Cincinnati's won how many in a row?
Cincinnati's won a lot in a row too, but
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 in a row.
You know,
and they've been against a lot harder teams.
I mean, they both played tough teams.
No.
I mean, dude, the Bengals just beat New England, Tampa, Cleveland. They beat KC. Buffalo beat KC. They beat Tennessee, Pittsburgh. I mean, who are they beating that's tough in that?
Well, I'm just saying in this last like 6 to 7 games. Because if you look at the last 6 games that the Buffalo's on their streak, it's the Browns, Lions, Patriots, Jets, Dolphins, Bears.
Dude, that's like 3 playoff teams and one that barely just missed the playoffs.
Okay, you go to Cincinnati and they've got Patriots, Bucks, Chiefs, Titans.
They beat Pittsburgh without Kenny Pickett. Tennessee sucks. I mean, dude, wins are wins in the NFL. I'm just saying, like, these are 2 good teams, dude. Don't get me wrong. These are 2 of the best teams in the AFC. Obviously, you look at their records, it shows it. I just think the Bills are a better team. Buffalo, number 3 DVOA on offense, number 4 DVOA on defense. Cincinnati, 14th DVOA on defense and 5th DVOA on offense.
I wish we could see like a breakdown of like, okay, what are they in the last?
Well, I mean, the Bills,
games, 5 games, 10 games.
Well, the Bills, like they fell out of the top 10 DVOA on defense for a minute because they had so many injuries, right? And they've climbed back up in there.
Yeah.
Because now they're getting healthy again. Like Kyrie Elam's back. Their secondary. I mean, for a good portion of the season, they were missing at least half their secondary in every game, if not all of them. Playing a lot of practice squad guys. Now they're getting healthy.
2 words, Joe Shiesty. And bet that over too.
It's a great handicap there, Irv. Give me
Joe
the
39.5. It's pretty high.
I think it's gonna be a shootout, honestly.
Yeah.
Like the Bills games go majority under, and it's always like these high totals where it goes under. Now when their totals are like
the
40,
teams are finally healthy though. Well, healthy as can be at this time of year.
Well, the Bengals are actually pretty banged up.
Well, besides Collins, anybody else healthy? You got Mixon back. They got Boyd back. Chase is back.
Sam Hubbard is questionable. He's the only one.
Yeah, Henderson is back on the field. The pass rusher is back.
Well, they also have Brian Wilson's out for the year. Their safety, Awuzi's on IR. He's their starting corner.
The 2 backups have been playing pretty damn good though. Bates is damn near and running for All Pro.
And then that the rookie, what's his name? The rookie from Nebraska, the cornerback.
Oh yeah, he been good too. Let me look his name up.
He was banged up last week. He left the game, but I don't see him on the injury report.
Of Cincinnati or Buffalo?
For Cincy. Forget his name. Keeps slipping my fucking mind.
Cam Taylor-Britt.
Yeah, Cam Taylor-Britt. He got hurt last week. Left the game.
He played cornerback and safety for him. So.
Yep. Give me the Bills -1. Love it.
Dax Hill been good too. Give me Bengals.
All right. So
or the over. Lean Bills, bet that over. I mean, lean Bengals, bet the over.
At 1, you might as well take it at
money line.
Money line at minus 105.
And then watch them lose by 1 point. Then you're like, damn, I should have taken that fucking point, dude.
Okay. How many 1-point games have we seen in the NFL this year? What, like 1 or 2?
There's a few, dude, and it always ends up being these kind of games.
Yeah.
No, it was I remember the Detroit and the Bears. I think it was 33-32.
There's been a few. I don't know off the top of my head, but there's definitely been a few.
Broncos and the Seahawks was 17-6.
I mean, shit. Just this
That
week,
was
you had
weak.
Atlanta, Arizona.
Yeah, Atlanta, Arizona, 20-19.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
See, last week did we have one?
Damn. I feel bad for the people that had the over at 40.
Oh, dude, that's brutal, man. Oh, shit.
Last week we did not have one.
Yeah, I think that total is a little high, but
I think 49.5 is a little high too because both of these defenses are decent.
Yeah, Buffalo's defense comes to play, but I mean, you never know. These two offenses are hella good too, so it could be a shootout. That's a bad thing about it. All right, let's move on to some year-end awards. So this is our first year. We're gonna give away some awards. This year, award number 1, athlete of the year.
Any sport?
Any sport.
Any sport.
Who y'all going?
There's only
with?
one real answer here.
Who?
Fucking Lionel Messi.
Irv?
He solidified his GOAT status as the best soccer player in the world.
I gotta think about athlete of the year.
Fucking golden ball. Finally gets his World Cup. Silver shoe.
Damn, it's kind of hard to argue against Messi, but I'm gonna go LeBron James.
See, I had 2 names written down. I had Messi, and I had oh my god, what's his name from the Angels?
Oh, Shohei
Ohtani. Because I mean, what he did,
I see Ohtani there.
he did something this year that hasn't been done
that
ever.
hasn't been done in 100 years. Yeah, I gotta go Shohei.
So
but wasn't that technically last year?
No, 2022.
Oh, that was 2022. He did that this year.
Yeah.
Because that's why people was like, even though his team finished in last place, he should still win the MVP.
Should have been MVP. He was the most valuable player in baseball. He had a 2 ERA, and he hit 25 jacks, dude.
Yeah.
I think he did almost batted 300 too.
Nah, he had a worse year hitting this year.
Yeah.
But I do agree with the Leo Messi. That one is good. All right, this is a good one. Worst athlete of the year.
I think there could be 2 answers here.
Who do you got?
Number 2, I got Russell Westbrook. Number 1, I got Russell Wilson.
The Russes.
The 2 Russes this year.
Might be unanimous.
3-10 record. Fucking horrible stat line compared to every other year that he has played.
Russell Wilson got more bathrooms in his house than he got touchdowns.
Yeah.
I know more. He threw a touchdown today.
Also, now he has the same amount.
I mean, the only thing that he hasn't lost numbers in is his interceptions because he had more in 2016 and 2017. But other than that, his numbers are horrible. His interception percentage is second worst in this year than he has previous years. Total yards is well below any year that he's had.
Well,
completion percentage well below.
I just hope 2023 is a lot better.
12 touchdowns when he threw 40 2 years ago.
That's terrible.
Who's your pick, Irv? Because I had Russell Wilson too.
Yeah, bro. It's only one pick. Like, what other high level athlete has been bad as Russ? Like, even though I'm a Bronco fan, it ain't no way I could sit here and say another athlete has been that level, to that far, that bad. Can't even throw Brady in there. He's 45. Like, he was due for a regression. So,
Yep.
It's Russell. I think that might be our only unanimous award, and shit, he plays for my Broncos.
Well, I have an award for Tom Brady coming up.
I'm gonna take a drink on that one.
Rookie of the year. Who's the rookie of the year? Any sport, Best rookie.
Shit, we gotta go with Julio, man. That dude's gonna be a motherfucking monster.
Julio is going to be a monster, but I guess you guys were going to go Julio, so I had to go with Brock.
All right.
Number 3, like QB, Mr. Irrelevant, and you get this opportunity. Yes, you have so many options on offense, and you have the best defense in the NFL.
Still got to get him the ball. You still got to play. Still got to compete. Yeah. Julio's gonna be a monster.
Julio is definitely going to be a
It
monster.
sucks he plays for those trash ass Mariners, though. Man,
I wrote down Julio as well. All right, best game of the year in 2022. What was the best game of the year?
I hate this game.
regardless of sport.
Regardless of sport. Who do you got? Which game you got, Irv?
I'm gonna think outside the box, and nobody saw this coming because we all thought they was dead in the water. And I hate this fucking team with a passion. I gotta go to Astros, man. That game 6, Jordan hitting that 3-run shot off a pitcher that haven't gave. I don't think he gave up a run the whole postseason run before then. Yeah, that was my game of the year, and it won. It made history because it got Mattress Mac damn near $82 million in total bets. So I'm gonna think outside the box. I'm gonna go that last game of the World Series.
Ben?
I got it out of the box here too. First team in NBA history in the NBA Finals to be down double digits and then to come back and win double digits. Boston Celtics, game 1 of the finals, scored 40 points in the fourth quarter and stopped Golden State only putting up 16 in that quarter to win 120 to 108.
Yeah, it was a hell of a game. I got the AFC title game from 2022. Or I'm sorry, the AFC division round. KC versus Buffalo.
Oh yeah, that was a good game too.
That was a hell of a game when Kansas City scored with, they only had like 19 seconds to score and they ended up doing it. That was a hell of a game. That was my number 1 game of the year. That was the first one we all had different answers, but obviously there was a huge selection. All right. This was my favorite award. Most annoying person in sports of the year award in 2022. This could be a broadcaster. This could be an athlete, a coach, anything.
I'm going to go Skip Bayless.
Skip Bayless. All right. Ben?
Douchebag of the year goes to Jake Paul.
Oh, that's
He's
a good one.
He's going to be douchebag of the year every fucking year because of that fake ass fights that he has every single year.
I didn't even think about him. I wrote down Tom Brady.
He's annoying too.
Yeah, just go retire, bro. Yeah, I'm tired of seeing you suit up.
Exactly, dude. Like, bro, just get out of here. Like today, dude, he gets hit and he gets up, starts complaining for a flag for a fucking roughing the passer. It's like, bro, this is football. You're gonna get hit.
Yep. Man, he was, remember that division game against the Rams? He was mad as hell that they called that roughing the passer of Von Miller.
Dude, guy is fucking annoying, man. Get this fucking guy out of here. All right, that was our first anniversary of the Taproom Sports Awards.
Russell Wilson, you better not be up for that award next year.
I kind of hope he is, but that's just
yeah, I know, because he owned your Niners for a decade.
Absolutely. Yep.
Hey, if
100,
that's like the one award
right,
you don't want to be named twice, dude. For sure.
Let's go, y'all.
All right, let's get some best bets for tomorrow. What we got, fellas?
My best bet for tomorrow is USC -2. I think we're gonna bring it home against Tulane, and I think it's gonna get ugly.
All right, Ben.
I'm gonna go with the Bengals +1. I don't like any hockey tomorrow, so there's 3 tough games tomorrow. So
yep. I'm going Mississippi State money line. Get this W for Coach Leach against Illinois, and then I'm going Bills -1.
Nice.
For my 2 best bets. So I'm going against you.
If anything, I'd bet +1.5 on all 3 of those hockey games tomorrow.
Dang, you think they're gonna be hella close?
What's that?
You think they're gonna be hella close?
Yeah. You got Winter Classic. Pittsburgh is always does well in the Winter Classics, the outdoor games. That Golden Knights Avalanche, Golden Knights have been playing well. Avalanche have not. Well,
That's
Golden
gonna
Knights
be
haven't really been
that's
playing
gonna
well,
be a
but
goal
Avalanche.
party right there.
Yeah, you might want to do.
Is
the
the
over
Golden
there.
Knights game outside too?
No,
They
and
working
then
on though.
Flyers Ducks. Like Flyers should win that game, but I don't know. Ducks they show signs of life every once in a while, and Flyers aren't that great. So
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Okay.
who's Bruins playing?
Pittsburgh outdoor. Dude,
Fenway, right?
those Pistol Pete pesky Penguins jerseys are fucking so dope. I might order one of those.
Damn.
I don't like the Penguins, but holy shit, those jerseys are so sick.
I couldn't stand Sidney Crosby ass.
Another solid bet too that I'll throw out there. Houston Rockets plus 7.5 tomorrow against Dallas.
Okay.
It's another one.
Okay.
I like it. All right.
Great podcast, guys.
Yes, sir. Congratulations
podcast.
again, Ben. About to be a married man.
There we go.
Taking off the market. Cheers. Thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you for tapping in with us. Once again, happy new year to everybody. Let's have a fucking great 2023. Let's get this fucking money. Let's cash these fucking tickets. We will be back on Tuesday to do our NFL preview and pick show for week 18, the final week of the NFL season, and we'll be moving on to the playoffs thereafter. And then Irv and I will be back on Wednesday to do the college football national championship preview. So definitely gonna want to tune into that.
We're winding down.
Yep, it is winding down. The end of the year. I'm sad, but it is what it is. Last Saturday was the last Saturday until August. We're gonna have college football, and that kind of made me a little sad. We got college basketball.
Look forward to those spring games.
Yep. So thank you everybody once again for swerving over in Washington. Big Ball and Ben Larson. I'm Jordan Stacks on Stacks on Stacks. Lads, we will catch y'all later. Have a blessed Monday. Let's go.
Let's